Hello, I'm David Harper with the BBC News. Zimbabwe's election commission says President Emmerson Mnangagwa has been re-elected with nearly 53% of the vote. Mr Mnangagwa faces many economic challenges, including the need to get inflation under control. It's currently running at an annual rate of over 70%. Andrew Ochieng reports.
By securing more than half the votes cast, Emmerson Mnangagwa has avoided a runoff and has again defeated his main challenger, Nelson Chamisa. Mr Chamisa lost in a disputed poll 5 years ago, and this time too the opposition has rejected the results, saying there's been widespread vote rigging. Foreign observers have also said that the elections failed to conform to regional and international standards, despite a high turnout of 69%. Mr Mnangagwa now has another chance of fixing some of Zimbabwe's biggest problems: hyperinflation, unemployment and corruption.
Spain's Football Federation has deleted a statement from its official website accusing the World Cup winning player Jenni Hermoso of misrepresenting reality. She had accused the head of the federation, Luis Rubiales, of kissing her on the lips without consent after Spain's victory in the final last Sunday. Guy Hedgecoe reports from Madrid.
World football's governing body FIFA suspended Luis Rubiales from all football-related activity for 3 months, pending disciplinary proceedings. The controversial kiss he gave Jenni Hermoso continues to cause a major social and political backlash. The World Cup winning coach, Jorge Vilda, has joined in the criticism, describing the kiss as inappropriate and unacceptable. His entire coaching staff had already resigned. The government is taking action in a bid to remove Mr Rubiales from office via a national sports tribunal.
The United Nations estimates that nearly 9,000 people have been displaced from the neighbourhood of Carrefour Fouet in the Haitian capital Port-au-Prince in recent weeks. Mimi Swaby reports.
More than half the displaced people fled Carrefour Fouet in the last 2 days as the security crisis quickly spirals. The Grand Ravine gang moved into the area in mid-August, terrorising the local population in their efforts to claim the territory. Hundreds of people are now sheltering in a sports centre in Port-au-Prince, living in makeshift tents as Storm Franklin, now a hurricane, brought heavy rain. Haitian police are struggling to contain armed gangs who now control more than 80% of the capital. With kidnappings, sexual violence and murder daily threats, around 200,000 Haitians have been displaced nationwide.
The United States has won both the men's and women's 4x100-metre relay at the Athletics World Championships in Hungary. The victories give Noah Lyles his third gold medal of the Games and Sha'Carri Richardson her second. Earlier, the Kenyan middle distance runner Faith Kipyegon won her second gold medal of the championships with her victory in the 5,000 metres. World News from the BBC. The government in Gabon has announced a nationwide overnight curfew and suspended internet access after polls closed in Saturday's presidential election. It said it was to prevent calls for violence. The main opposition candidate, Albert Odo Osso, had called the security measures outrageous and announced the electoral process as orchestrated fraud. Mr Ossa is trying to unseat Ali Bongo, whose family have ruled Gabon for more than 50 years. Hundreds of anti-government demonstrators have been gathering in front of Chile's presidential palace in the capital Santiago to protest against corruption in government. They're demanding the resignation of the left-wing president, Gabriel Boric. A handful of presidential backers also turned up to show their support for the government. Chile's social development minister resigned earlier this month after accusations of corruption within his party. Police in Florida say a gunman armed with an assault rifle has shot dead 2 men and a woman in Jacksonville. All of the victims were black. At a news conference, the local sheriff, T.K. Waters, said the attacker, a white man in his 20s, had been driven by racist hatred.
The shooter had authored several manifestos, one to his parents, one to the media, and one to federal agents. Portions of these manifestos detailed the shooter's disgusting ideology of hate. Plainly put, this shooting was racially motivated, and he hated black people.
After the killings, the gunman shot himself dead. There's no evidence he was part of a larger group. Thousands of people have gathered in the US Capitol to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the March on Washington, a pivotal event in US civil rights movements. The original demonstration was led by Martin Luther King and was the occasion when he delivered his I Have a Dream speech. Almost 250,000 people gathered then to call for an end to discrimination based on race, colour, sex or religion. Live from London, that's the latest BBC News.